I came across this particular news clip and it has truly irked my last nerve and made me completely angry. It's a shame that parents have to deal with this or just be worried about who and what type of character or individual is around your child when you send them off to school. Now, both parties are not innocent here. That's quite obvious. But when you take a look at this particular gentleman in this situation, it's totally uncalled for and out of line. And it'll make any parent enraged. Take a look at this clip.
It's right here from our 9 News investigators. Good evening to you, friends. Greg and Liz here with you. The Baton Rouge Police have now launched an investigation after a report by our WAFB team and the dean of students at a local school.
He's accused of giving money to a student in exchange for racy photos, and when the girl's mom went to confront him, things got very heated. All of it caught on video. Now she's speaking only to 9 News and our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter. Scotty.
Well, guys, the I-Team broke the story this morning by showing you this confrontation. Now we want to show you the text messages that led to it all and left that mom fuming.
Never put my hands on it.
Continuous jokes,
Stupid jokes on it. Never put my hands on it, never touch it.
Emotions running hot as a mother confronts Corey Nash, the dean of students at her daughter's school, claiming Nash has been sending X-rated messages to the teenage girl for months. The mother, Rainisha Cummings, went through her daughter's phone this week and says she discovered Nash, an administrator at Second Chance Academy, was on the other end of these explicit messages.
What went through your mind when you saw that?
I was angry.
Before I even begin, the clip that I just got, the credit goes to, it's Channel 9, the station was WAFB, and that is the news station that did this story, and of course I found it on YouTube. That whole entire thing made me absolutely sick. What's so sickening about the whole situation is that there are parents that get up every day. They have to go to work. They know that their children need to further their education, obviously. But you get up and this is where you're sending your children. This is what type of personality and walk of life that is over a whole entire school. That right there makes absolutely no sense. And he's sitting there looking big, burly, and stupid. Just looking and just seething with, I did it. I did it. That's exactly what that looks like. Now, I hope by the time they get through with him, he can't even drive by a school, let alone go in one next to one to do anything that has anything to do with education or children. But that's scary to think that this is the man or this is the person, because there any gender could have did this nowadays. You just don't know with anybody. But for this particular individual to be around children for 8 hours a day, seriously speaking, and laying all jokes aside, this world is getting so demonic and callous by the second, let alone by the minute or the hour. You don't know who are with your children and what type of personality and what somebody got going on between their ears that's watching your children, that are over your children. We don't know who is in a daycare. We don't know who is in the public school system. We don't know what anybody's got going on, and you can be looking at them every day, smiles and all, and do not know the internal thoughts of a man. You don't know the perverseness that somebody's got going on in their mind and their heart. That makes that a very dangerous time. And people 9 times out of 10, I take that back, 10 times out of 10, 100 times out of 10, people will kill you over their children. Now, this individual, they need to go ahead on and put him under the jail. But there's several people that's like this. And the scary thing about it, we don't know who it is. I'm thankful and blessed that I made a decision to start homeschooling my 2 boys for the past 3 years. I'm not a teacher by far, but I'm dedicated to them furthering their education, and they do it at home. Now, realistically speaking, everybody's not able to homeschool their children or get a tutor or get someone to teach their children that they trust while they're off working. So with that being said, just imagine the pressure that's on the average parent when they're dropping their children off in these places that we call educational institutions. You just don't know. Just to think about the past couple of years, the shootings that we are hearing about. And on top of that, you got these grown sorry cusses, male or female, ready to lay up with your baby. Now that's just out of line. I ain't studying no mess like that. I just ain't. And ma'am, you don't play about your kids.
Play behind my kids. No one.
Ma'am, I could unpack that. I declare I could get with her on that statement, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave that alone. That is a whole nother video for a whole nother time. I'm going to say this. Both parties was not innocent. While she loving her kids and not playing about them, they both was not innocent, and I'm going to leave that alone. And before I end it, Big and Burley go together, so he's just tall, burly, and stupid looking. That's how that should go. But you get the gist of my point about this whole entire video and news clip. It's just a praying time. It's a dangerous and demonic time. Make sure you keep your children right by your side and do the best you can to take care of them and try to keep them safe. Because if you have a public school system like this, my Lord,